Hello, welcome to another episode of For the Record. This is going to be episode 4 out of 6 of my vinyl collection. So today we're going to finish up like the normal 90s, 2000-ish rock, and we're going to go into the old school rock and soundtracks and kind of like miscellaneous stuff, just stuff that doesn't really have a spot for right this second, because as you can see, like, some of this stuff is like, I don't really think I could fit much more in there, and even if I could, I don't want to, because I want my records to be able to breathe in there. So let's start it off. Smashing Pumpkins, Milk Colony, Infant Sadness. So this is one I actually bought off Merchables. I got the email that these were ready to be shipped out again. They finally got another batch, and this was I think last year. So I went ahead and I think I paid $96 for this. Hell fucking yeah. And I think I paid $10 shipping, so it was like $106 altogether. That's a great album. If you don't own it, you should definitely buy that. It's definitely worth $100. It sounds amazing. It's on a 4 LP set. Comes with 2 huge booklets. I mean, you just couldn't ask for more. And like I said, miscellaneous stuff. So we're going to start off with a record that I just got not too long ago. This is Mushroom Jazz Volume 5, DJ Mark Farina or something. I always said Fernandez type shit like that. I don't know what the fucking name is. I'm just going to butcher it. That's what the album looks like. There's different volumes. They're up to 8 right now. These are super hard to get. If you ever look these up online, you can see that these go for stupid expensive amounts of money. So I got this one under $50. I had a gift card that was a $50 gift card. This is definitely an album that I've always liked. One of my friends that I used to work with, named Ethan, he got me into this stuff. He used to listen to this all the time. He used to listen to like a lot of stuff that I never listened to. He listened to like Madonna, and I think Madonna was always his favorite, but he definitely always liked mushroom jazz and like house type music stuff. But this is like jazz infused hip hop, and the way that this is mixed together is so good and crazy. Like, and it's like kind of like ambient type of music too at that. So it's definitely got that like that chill vibe to it. Like, this is like when you put on a record and you're gonna relax. And then we got this dumbass Merchables copy of Smells Like Children. It's just sitting in my collection because I don't really know what to do with it for right now. I plan on selling it. And this one is White Zombie Astro Creep 2000. Songs of Love, Destruction, and Other Synthetic Delusions of the Electric Head. And this is a music on vinyl pressing. Everything about this album is amazing. It sounds really good. The only thing that I can say is the actual tip-on jacket here that it has with it is super thin. It's like one of the thinnest that I've ever had for any type of record ever. Like, you can tell that they made it as cheap as possible, and this was a $20 record at the time, I believe. I don't even think it was like $20 with shipping. So I bought this like years ago. That was like one of the actual first albums in my collection that was like under 100. So right here, like I said, I got miscellaneous stuff, and so this is a German pressing of The Wall. I mean, you can clearly tell that it's been used, and this is beat to shit. I actually listened to this on my old turntable a couple times just to be able to listen to this album. It actually surprisingly still plays, but it definitely skips in some spots, and this copy has seen better days, and it's just beat to shit. It was just one of those like freebies like a friend gave me. They're like, oh, I found an old copy of Pink Floyd The Wall, and I was like, oh really? They're like, yeah, here you go. And I was like expecting like a real copy, and this is what I got. And I had it for many years before, a couple years before I got a better version. So then we're gonna start off for the classic rock of like actual records that have the casing and everything with it. This one is Black Sabbath Paranoid. I believe this is a repress, but it's an actual older version. I don't believe this is an original copy, but as you can tell, it's got the ring wear, shelf wear. I always put mine in the plastic sleeves so they don't end up looking like that. And then next up, we got Black Sabbath Volume 4. This is definitely a repress, 100%. I believe this is a little bit of an older copy, but I would have to say probably like in the 90s, not like anything from like whatever year it was pressed, which doesn't say on the thing. I have to open it up and look at it, but I believe that was in the 70s. And then I got another copy of Marilyn Manson, Portrait of American Family, which that technically should be up here, but I already have a couple copies up there. This is one of the bootlegs. This is the green version. I thought about selling this. I just really don't know what I'm going to do with it. Like I said, I have like 3 or 4 copies of this album, so it's just going to stay in my collection for now until I figure out what the hell I want to do with it and why it's over there. I have no idea. It should be over here with my other miscellaneous crap. And then we got Cheech and Chong's Wedding Album. So this album is pretty fucking hilarious. As you can see, it's got a sticker down there. Says it went out on the floor on 2/9/2010. So yeah, I bought this album for $1, and it was like perfect condition. I put the right sleeves on it. It's got the Mo Fidelity inner sleeve with it. It sounds amazing, plays all the way through, and it's just a great record. I mean, you can tell it's definitely seen better days also. Like even the spine here is a little messed up. There's like that right there, but for $1, you can't beat it, man. Come on, $1 for Cheech and Chong. And then we got Cheech and Chong's Greatest Hits. I used to have this on cassette when I was a kid. I've always loved Cheech and Chong. I think I found this downtown. I think I paid like $6 for this at like Newberry Comics one day when I found this. I was like, hell fucking yeah, I'll grab that. Yeah. This is just a great album. This has actually got some of the same songs that one does, but it tells you what albums each song is off of. Like some of them's the Wedding Album, Big Bambooey, Cheech and Chong album, and I think Lost. I can't even say that other word, but yeah, there's like 4 different albums in the one because it doesn't have every single song. And then this is a band that I gotta get more of because, you know, I only got this one album by them. This one is The Doors, and this is just their self-titled album. Break On Through the Other Side is what it starts off with. This album is just amazing. This is clearly a repress from Rhino Records, and they were signed to Elektra. Rhino Records is one of those pressings where if I see their sticker, usually they're really good about their pressings, and from what I can tell on this does sound amazing. I'm not like a super huge Doors fan. I used to love the Doors more when I was a kid, but I've grown kind of out of that like older rock stage where I'll mainly like more hard rock these days, which, like I said, I still love the Doors. I just don't like them as much as I used to because I like listening to other stuff. And again, another random album in here. So this is back when I used to have 2 turntables and a mixer, and I should have fixed it all up. And I went out and I bought a bunch of DJ albums because I wanted to start DJing and making beats and stuff like that. And that kind of goal just went out the window when I got with my baby mama and I had a kid, and I was carrying these turntables around wherever I went, which I paid a pretty decent price for them too. And a buddy of mine actually helped me move, and his name was Colt. And basically one day I was like, "Hey, you want some free turntables?" He's like, "Hell yeah!" And I wish I never gave both of them to him. I wish I would have just given him one and kept the other one, because I'm pretty sure they were Technics. I'm pretty sure they were belt driven. They weren't fully automatic, but I really don't even care, because it would have been a nice turntable, and now I kicked myself in the ass years later. But this is one of the only records I still have left. It's Busta Rhymes featuring ODB. Rest in peace, ODB. Old Dirty Bastard. Was an amazing artist from Wu-Tang Clan. Used to really like him a lot. This is probably one of the records that actually survived. This one's still like brand new. I can't say that with the other ones. I have like some Young Love, 50 Cent, Eminem, stuff like that. So, you know. And then I got Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. This is another great record. This was a $20 record downtown. Honestly, I have no problem listening to this album. I know that there's better pressings out there, and everybody's like, "Oh, you should get the original Mo Fidelity one," or they had that new one was like QRH or some shit like that. I forget the exact title of it, but honestly, I am perfectly happy with my $20 copy. I bought it downtown. I used a gift card. I got gift cards from my coworkers for Christmas to go to Newberry Comics, because my coworkers are awesome like that. And my boss gave me a good gift card too, because she's awesome like that. And then next up, I got Led Zeppelin's original, first self-titled album. This is definitely a repress. This was bought just a couple years ago, brand new. I definitely like the way this one sounds, but I heard that the older albums do sound better, but I don't have an older album to compare it to. But I can tell you this. So, there's Led Zeppelin there. This is Led Zeppelin Zozo. This is a brand new copy. This is 2000 whatever pressing, okay? This is also Led Zeppelin Zozo, but this is an older one. This is from like the 70s or some shit like that. I don't even know exactly when this one came out either. Just like I said, it doesn't say. But this one does not sound as good as this one. This one blows this one out of the water, and you can tell the difference on the sound. So, but because this one's brand new and this one's not, this one still plays all the way through. But you can definitely hear the cracks and pops in this one, which is kind of annoying because this one sounds so much better than this one. But then this one comes out clear, or it doesn't have all that surface noise, and you can just hear the album. But the album doesn't sound as good as this mix. So whoever mixed this album didn't do a very good job, and they need to go back to what this one was. They need to repress these. These sound fucking amazing. This one, with Stairway to Heaven plays, like the fucking hair on my skin will just fucking start to go up. Like, it's fucking, it's something like, you don't just hear the album, you can fucking feel it, you know what I mean? Like, it's a totally different experience than, this is the one that you should always get. So, I'm looking into trying to get some older Led Zeppelin albums to compare the old ones to the new ones, because, like I said, I like how the new ones, well, because they're new, but I need to get some older ones that are in better condition, you know what I mean? And then we got Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. So this is one of the first albums I went out and bought, because I feel like any record owner, or if you're a record collector I should say, this is one of those must-have albums. It's a concept album. It's amazing. This record sounds fucking fantastic, and I have no issues with this being a brand new repress. It's not an original, and to be perfectly honest, I think it sounds fucking amazing for the way it is. And I don't feel the need to go out and buy an older one. And then we got Pink Floyd The Wall. I actually recently just bought this not that long ago. I went record store day, not record store day, but record shopping, and I had to go buy some, outer sleeves or whatever, maybe inner sleeves, I forget which one. I couldn't find any albums I really wanted, so I just picked up The Wall because it was an album that I needed. This one sounds perfectly fine, like the other one. I don't need to buy an older one. These sound just as good as the older ones, if not better. Um, then we got Tom Petty, Wildflowers, and All the Rest. So this is originally how Wildflowers was supposed to be. This is a 3 LP set. It's got plenty of songs, and it's got 10 extra tracks that the original album didn't have. And this was some of Tom Petty's best work, and I grew up listening to Tom Petty, so for me, this is a killer album. It's just amazing, and rest in peace, Tom Petty. He was such an amazing musician. He made so much good music that I enjoyed throughout all the years of me growing up. Me and my cousin used to listen to Tom Petty all the time, and we loved it. Alright, so that's it for the oldies. Now time to get into the soundtracks. So right here, this is 8 Mile. Obviously, this is a great album to own. This was on Shady, Interscope, Aftermath, Universal, that type of stuff. For the movie, I think Eminem produced, or helped co-produce, or no, he was the executive producer of this album, so he probably got to pick most of the artists on there, which was obviously him, Obi Trice, 50 Cent, D12, Jay-Z, Exhibit, Mariah, Marcy Gray, Nas, Rakim, Young Z, and Gangstar was also on here too. But anyways, this is all over. This is a great album either way. Killer soundtrack. And the movie's amazing too. So if you haven't seen the movie, you should probably go watch it. It's pretty fucking badass, especially the very last scene where the rap battle at the end. And then I got Beetlejuice. This is obviously Danny Elfman composer, so not really much to say about that. He makes amazing soundtracks. I gotta get some more by him. I mainly bought it for me and my kid to listen to. Same thing with this one. This one is A Charlie Brown Christmas featuring the famous Peanuts. And it's an exclusive Snowflake picture disc. I didn't realize it was a picture disc until after I bought it, but it's whatever. It sounds fine. We don't really listen to it much. We listen to it like Christmas morning, me and my kid and stuff like that. And she enjoys it, so that's really what matters. It was dirt cheap. I think it was under 20 bucks. I don't really care. You know what I mean? It's a good one to have in the collection. Everybody likes Charlie Brown. And even if you don't like him, you grew up watching it. So therefore, you should like it. So this is one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. This is Brandon Lee Crow soundtrack, original motion picture soundtrack, and this has got like Nine Inch Nails, The Cure, Pantera, Rage Against the Machine, Stone Temple Pilots, Helmet, Rollins Band. Let's see here. Yeah, those are mostly all the good artists right there. But anyways, this album's amazing. I've always wanted the soundtrack. I was super pissed when they did it for Record Store Day when I wasn't collecting records at the time. And then this album was like $200, and all of a sudden they started repressing it. I think I paid like 40 bucks for this one, which I know I overpaid because now they actually just press a bunch more because it's not just the Rocktober anymore. They just kept pressing them. So, good thing Rhino Records did that because they did that one too. And then this one is A Christmas on Death Row. So for Death Row Records people out there, that anybody that knows hip hop, like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Corrupt, the Dog Pound, all that. This is a Christmas compilation album that they made back in the 90s. Pretty much there's only like one good song on this whole thing, and the whole reason why I bought the album. But I think I paid like 25 bucks for it or something, and I just thought it was definitely unique and I should definitely have it in my collection because it's not really too often that you even see this album anywhere. And I didn't even know it existed for the longest time until I seen Santa Claus, Get Straight to the Ghetto, or Go Straight to the Ghetto, which is like a Snoop Dogg, Daz, Corrupt, Terry Day, stuff like that, Nate Dogg. They're all on this track, or at least they help write it anyways. Um, there's a music video to it. It's pretty badass. I like it. So I finally saw this album. I have it downloaded on my phone for the longest time. I saw it. I was like, okay, I gotta get that. And then we got the original soundtrack to Ghostbusters. Yeah. Not really much to say about this. This was a Walmart exclusive, so it's the white one. It definitely plays all the way through. It's definitely the soundtrack. I like the soundtrack. I've always liked this soundtrack. I've always liked Ghostbusters since I was a little kid, so this is like one of those albums that I kind of just had to have. I'm just disappointed in the quality. It's a Walmart pressing, or, you know what I'm saying, Walmart exclusive album, and it sounds like shit, so I'm probably just going to buy an original someday. But for right now, this works. I just got to turn it up a little bit louder than most of my albums. And then next up, for Record Store Day, they released Hackers, this soundtrack, and this is the first time ever released on vinyl, I believe, and comes in a nice gatefold. This album sounds fucking amazing, so whoever mixed this did a really, really good job. This was one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid. I used to love this fucking movie. If you've never seen the movie Hackers, go on Netflix, go on YouTube, wherever the hell you stream stuff, and go find it, download it, whatever you gotta do, and or just go buy the movie. I really don't care, whichever, but you should definitely check this movie out. It's definitely fucking cool as hell. I definitely like it. And Jolie is in the movie, and a couple other people, but I don't really know their name, you know what I'm saying? But she's like probably the most famous name everybody would know. And then that's the dude from Scream, and then that's the dude from Trainspotting. So, I mean, choose your pick. It's got some really good actors in it. And then another amazing soundtrack that I had to buy was Lost Highway. So I bought this one because this one had The Perfect Drug, and it had Apple Sodomy on this, which was Marilyn Manson's song. And Smashing Pumpkins on here, Rammstein's on here. So it does have other good artists, so it's a pretty decent soundtrack. I've always liked the soundtrack. It's pretty great. And yeah, so overall, amazing soundtrack. You should definitely check this one out if you haven't had it. Definitely get this one. Definitely worth getting. Then one of my all-time favorite soundtracks, Queen of the Damned. So this is a FYE exclusive. It's on Coke bottle, clear vinyl. Sounds fucking amazing. This is one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. I can listen to this front to back. All killer, no filler. And it sounds amazing. And I'm sorry, my fucking phone just keeps fucking going off. God damn it. Just won't shit up. This is another amazing soundtrack that you can listen to front to back. This is Spawn. This is the music on vinyl. This is At the Movies. Got the music on vinyl sticker right there. This one's got like Korn, Marilyn Manson, Filter, Butthole Surfers, Metallica, Stabbing Westward, Prodigy, Silverchair, Henry Rollins Band, Incubus, Slayer. It's just got so many good artists on here. You know what I'm saying? But like each band is with like an electronic band. So like, you know, Filter, Crystal Method, Marilyn Manson, Sneaker Pimps, Korn, the Dust Brothers, Butthole Surfers, and Moby, Metallica, DJ Spooky, Stabbing Westward, and Wink. So it's kind of got that like, how would you say it, that electronical vibe to it, you know. And then another album that I really like, which I got this Zion exclusive or some shit like that. 300 copies this was limited to. It's on Purple Streaks vinyl edition. This is Demonite Tales from the Crypt movie. This is another amazing movie. If you've never seen this movie, you should definitely go watch it. This is a great horror movie. I used to love Tales from the Crypt, the TV show, growing up. This is so fucking amazing. And this is a really great soundtrack. And this is where Filter is on this, Handmade Nice Shot. And this is basically where, you know, this is what helped make them famous, was this soundtrack. This soundtrack also includes bands like Pantera, Megadeth, Machine Head, Roland's bands, Biohazard, Sepultura, Ministry, and Gravediggers. Which is funny because all of them are heavy metal bands except for Gravediggers, so I'm cool with that. I like Gravediggers either way. And then this one is Tales from the Crypt. This is the original soundtrack for the TV show. This one comes on pumpkin colored vinyl, so it's just basically it's orange for like Halloween, but still, either way, it's fucking awesome. Like I said, I love this movie. Not movie. This one's from the TV show. TV show is amazing. I grew up watching it. It's badass. And then we got Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. So I bought this for me and my kid. She loves it. This is another, I believe, Danny Elfman soundtrack. So it definitely works for me. And this has got all good songs. And everybody that should already know this movie knows the music in the movie that's on the soundtrack. And it's just amazing. And I like it. And then, so basically, I'm just going to end there because the rest of these are just my kids' albums, which I'll go through a couple of them real quick. We got My Hero Academia soundtrack, which is hers. And I'm just going to take a couple of these out real quick to show you. We got Billie Eilish, her first album. This one. And we also got the live one at Third Man Records Recordings, the Record Store Day exclusive. Suicide Squad, the album. This is a badass soundtrack. If you haven't heard this, you should definitely go check this out. It's definitely worth fucking getting. And then, of course, we got Birds of Prey, the album too, which is the soundtrack, which is pretty cool too. So, either way, they're all good stuff. My kid likes her stuff. I like my stuff. She just doesn't have as many because she don't listen to records like I do, but every once in a while she wants to come home and throw on a record, which I'm okay with, but it's more my hobby, not hers. So, you know, she kind of just does her thing and I do my thing. Her thing is really just collecting anime for the most part, so I support her in it. I'm very supportive of whatever my kid wants to do, you know what I mean? So anyways, this is your video. I made sure to wake up super early so I can get this video for you guys, so I didn't miss this week's. I know it's been taking longer, but my schedule is way different than what it used to be, so I don't have as much time in the morning or day before I go to work because I'm not closing now, so mainly I'm getting home at nighttime, which I need to start making videos at nighttime anyway. So with that being said, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to hit the subscribe button, make sure to hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on any great videos. And if you like anything vinyl, music, or Marilyn Manson related, that's what you're going to find here and only here, alright? Thank you for the record family. Stay safe, alright? Peace.